New Balance. I am, there you go. I thought that sounded low. I work at New Balance. I lead all global marketing for all of our sports, all of our athletes, teams, and league partnerships. And what I wanted to do today was tell you a quick story about fan passion with one of our key partners, arguably our most important sports partner, which is Liverpool FC. So as you can see probably from that video, New Balance is the kit maker, kit partner for Liverpool FC. Those are some highlights from their very, very successful 2017-2018 season, where they made it all the way to the Champions League final in Kiev, where they unfortunately lost to Real Madrid. But it was an unexpected ride for one of the world's biggest football clubs. So a little bit about Liverpool, just to set this up, because every story you've ever heard, I'm sure plenty of people in here have had the opportunity to experience global soccer football up close, but if you haven't, and they can attest to this, but if you haven't experienced it, everything you've ever heard, everything you've ever read about the intensity of the passion around the clubs that people support is more than true. It's an incredible experience to see up close, and Liverpool cultivates some of the most intense passion around the world. There are a million stats and figures that I could give you guys, but just as a primer, if you're not familiar, Liverpool as a club is more than 125 years old. They compete in the English Premier League. They have more trophies and championships and accolades than you can shake a stick at. These are a few of them on the slide up here. And they have an estimated close to almost 800 million fans worldwide. Almost 800 million people have raised their hand to say, I support the Reds, which is pretty astounding when you think about it. So we are obviously very lucky and very engaged to be their kit partner, as we have been for the last 5 years. When you have a mythology and tradition and accolades and trophies and consistent history of winning for over a century like Liverpool does, it tends to generate scenes of passion, fan passion. Scenes like this, generating characters like this, scenes like this. This is a shot taken at a match watch party with a group called Delhi Cop, which is one of India's largest Liverpool support clubs, named after the area of the stadium in Anfield where the rowdiest of the rowdy reside on match day. It is a team and a tradition that has generated loyal fandom across age, race, religion, regions of the world. All of these people, 800 million strong, are unified all in one sense in the support of their Reds. So this has been a cultural phenomenon for over a century. And how does Liverpool, but how does New Balance, another brand that's over 100 years old, engage with these fans in the right way? How do we engage with them when it goes well beyond, the passion goes well beyond just what happens on the pitch on match day? It goes into, fans are thinking about Liverpool at work, at school, in the pub, and most specifically when they're online. So we have to continuously look to figure out how we can engage this global community in the right way. This is a quote from Liverpool CEO Peter Moore about the challenge of engaging that massive fan base. He's speaking to it in a macro level, but it's true of all of Liverpool's partners, but specifically the brand that partners with them to make their most visible sign that they could possibly have, which is their kit on match day. And to take it a step further, for a brand like, it's true of Liverpool, but also of New Balance, the lifeblood of any brand, any team, any league, you'll hear all of them say, it's the desire and the need to get younger. The younger consumer, engaging with the younger consumer is the lifeblood of any of those. And it's for sure true here as well. How does Liverpool, but in this case, how does New Balance engage with a kid like that? Whether that kid is in Liverpool or if that kid's in Chicago or New York or wherever, how do we continue to speak to them when they are growing accustomed to living online, maybe not watching as much live sports as they once did? How do we engage them where they are and where they are the most engaged? So we had an opportunity to try to experiment with that this past summer. This summer, Liverpool came to the U.S. for a series of exhibition matches. There was one in Michigan, there was one in Charlotte, and then there was one in New York City against Manchester City. We activated all around their tour, but there was a key moment in New York City that was the most impactful, I think, in a new way of thinking for New Balance for sure, how to engage younger consumers in a more direct way and get their attention. So when they came to New York before the match in New York, we did a small takeover, if you can do a small takeover in Times Square. That's what we did with a retail partner in Champs. It was focused around 4 Liverpool athletes, but none more important than our key football global athlete, Sadio Mane, who happens to play for Liverpool. So we made him the focus of this Times Square takeover. There was a bunch of traditional pieces to the event and what we did that day for fan engagement. We were lucky enough to generate a pretty significant line outside the door, which every brand likes to see. If you have a line waiting for your stuff or what you're putting on, that's obviously a great sign. There's a lot of traditional things. Photo ops, signings, special merchandise that only people who came to that event that day could get. And that was great. Out-of-home billboards, all that sort of stuff, and that was awesome. Those all reaped benefits that you would expect and engaged directly with the biggest Liverpool supporters in the New York City area. But we found everything we do, we want to always try to find what's that extra 20, what's that extra 10% that we can go, where we can try to engage in a new way. What's a calculated risk that we can take to go and try to do something different to see if we can push this a little bit further. This time, we partnered with the platform Twitch, where you will be lucky enough the next speaker is Twitch expert. We are trying to become Twitch experts, but it's gaming. Treating Twitch as a media partner for what we wanted to do. So we had these 4 Liverpool athletes. We had the space and Champs in Times Square. We had an engaged audience. We brought in some of the world's most popular Twitch FIFA game streamers to play against Liverpool in a live stream, these Liverpool athletes. So the gentleman on the left there, all the way on the left, his name's Castro1021. He has the official record for most FIFA Twitch stream followers in the world. So he's on a level of superstardom with maybe even some of the athletes. So I want to show you a quick recap of the day, and that portion of the day is a big part of it.
And we're here in Times Square here at Champ Sports. I tell you what, the line is building outside.
You could have a chance to get your stuff signed by Liverpool players. Ale, ale, ale! Chat is going crazy. The snooze, the what up? Look at everyone laughing, yo.
I mean, not only is there some Liverpool fans, but there's also some Castro fans
I don't know
out
about
there.
that. Well, there was one that came out to the
There
window.
was what? Moments away from the guys from LFC. Let's welcome in our players from Liverpool Football Club. Sadio Mane, Divock Origi, Joe Gomez, and then Alberto Moreno.
It's my first time here, but it seems so much more hectic. I mean, London's but this seems next level.
We got Castro.
Oi.
Oh,
You're going first already?
and Castro is Porto.
Mira.
But it was a penalty, right?
Hey.
Yellow card.
And Moreno's not talking to these.
Pass, shoot, cross,
You ready, Joe?
Let's go, man.
He's happy he drew. I'm not happy I drew.
cross.
Ahí va, Marega. Marega.
You're gonna give me the control. Tired right now. Oh, what a
There he is.
That's pretty
You're good. How about your money? Unbelievable.
It's crazy, right?
Crazy.
We've had an amazing time down here at Champ Sports in Times Square. Big shout out to New Balance. Liverpool Club, continue to get those dubs against United. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see what happens out Saturday.
See you guys down the line. Appreciate it.
Later, boys.
So we were able to surround that live stream on Twitch, again, working with them as a key media partner, to the inventory around that, to lifestyle product, on-field product, being able to switch it out in real time for what was working, what was not working over the course of the day, where we had these fans, gaming fans, hopefully bringing in new fans into the New Balance and Liverpool world, younger, highly engaged fans, and the results were fantastic for us. Highly engaged, click-through, sales, you name it, but we were able to, the key was getting young fans who are all over the place and have choices of anything they want at their fingertips, hung in there and learn something about New Balance, Liverpool, and the fans, the athletes that we partner with and sponsor. So my time is up, but the goal that has pushed us into new places where we are on the hunt for new ways of engagement with consumers. This has served as a launch pad for more esports and live stream events that we're pursuing. We just signed a partnership with F1 Motorsports to be the title sponsor for their esports series, where it is live streaming of F1 esports athletes racing against each other and building up into a championship. So same type of results. We're able to get the consumers where they are, where they're most engaged, instead of necessarily watching live sports, where they are spending their most time. Thank you.